Thank you. Rick and Tammy Tsai are among the many people who had their lives turned upside down from this derailment. Good morning, guys. You know, the three of us have talked several times over the last couple of years. As always, I thank you for helping us keep a spotlight on your story. Tell us, get us up to speed. Where do things stand 2 years later in East Palestine?
Well, I think Rich was right. The community is very split. That's unfortunate. I wish we would have band together and fought this a little harder. I have heard, or there was a report that there were more pockets of vinyl chloride found just a few months ago. So my question is, you can declare a disaster emergency for monitoring healthcare, but if you are living amongst toxic chemicals, why wouldn't you want to remove the people from the area rather than to wait to see what happens, because many people are sick?
Mm-hmm.
So for your viewers as well, Rich said 116. It was 116,000 gallons of vinyl chloride and over 1 million pounds of chemicals spilt in our land, our creeks, and in our air. And ironically, the picture you showed where the firemen were walking out of a building and you just saw the fire feet from them, that is the factory where Edwin Wang lost his company. They've used it as a staging ground. That's a factory that employed people here. And that building has never been remediated. They dug around the building, but that entire factory, the chemicals under that building have never been touched. And even the NTSB, when being asked questions about the horrific plane crash, they asked about East Palestine the other day, and they said not one thing has been done per their recommendations yet.
Speaking of health, you know, I was boots on the ground for 2 entire weeks right after the crash took place, and health was top of mind for everybody. Either people were already feeling bad or just concerns about, you know, what does health look like for me in 10 years from now? How are the two of you feeling this morning?
Myself, I didn't go into town as much. We live a little bit on the outskirts from the crash sites. I've had recently lack of breath. I'm a very athletic person, so climbing stairs all of a sudden is becoming a little difficult. It was shocking. But my husband, on the other hand, he's...
Oh, myself, I've always been athletic. I say that I've run 4 successful businesses, and the only reason I say that is I've always been a type A high stress type of person. It's been nothing but doctor's visits, including multiple diagnoses of ever since I was in those creeks for over 300 hours filming. And ever since I've had horrible acid reflux. Those chemicals will damage your mucous membranes. We've got people on oxygen that were never on oxygen before. So something is happening here, and we're asking the people, you know, also the people of America, if they can do this here, they're going to do it in your town.
Yeah.
And I hope this is just, I pray it's not just a photo op. I hope Senator, well, we know him as Senator, but Vice President Vance comes and actually talks to the residents and not just our mayor, who I think has been done an appalling job here, kowtowing to the railroad. But I do believe that something tragic has happened here and is continuing to happen. And I also implore President Trump to come back, please. This was a turning point in the election for him, and we hope we're not forgotten.
Yeah, well, we know that following the crash, this new administration lobbed digs at the Biden administration for not doing enough. So hopefully they follow through on some of the things that y'all are hoping and wishing for. Rick and Tammy.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.